Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm an incomplete paraplegic because of a T4-5 injury and a motor vehicle accident in November 1988. I spent 6 months in the hospital. A good portion of that was rehab. I started in a wheelchair, went to a walker, 2 canes, and then finally 1 cane, and was released from the hospital. In my heart, it never occurred to me that I would never walk. I wasn't the only one in the motor vehicle accident. My husband, our 5-week-old daughter, and our 19-month-old daughter were all in the car. My husband did not survive the accident. My 5-week-old Bethany had a fractured skull, a broken collarbone, and compressed discs in her neck. Her prognosis was brain damage, possible paralysis. My 19-month-old daughter, Caitlin, also had a fractured skull. Her head went through the back windshield. Her skull was pushed into her brain. She had surgery at Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Her prognosis was severe brain damage. Not only did I have a spinal cord injury and was paralyzed and hospitalized, both of my daughters were in different hospitals. I was in intensive care while my husband's funeral was given. We had also just moved from Peterborough, Ontario to North Bay. My husband had just graduated that spring from school. So I was left as a widow, student loans, no income, no home, and physical injuries, of which I did not know how I would recover. My prognosis was complete paralysis, but that is not what happened. It took 2.5 months before I finally took my first step after my spinal cord injury. I have never worked so physically hard in my life, but my daughters, who are now out of hospital and recovering from their injuries, were my motivator. All spinal cord injuries are different, and mine was no different, except that in the hospital, even after my surgery, I was still completely paralyzed from the chest down. People were praying for me and for my family, and God intended for me to walk. And I'm so thankful for that. When I left the hospital, I was walking with 1 cane. I continued to have rehab for another 1.5 years. I now walk short distances with no support whatsoever. I only use a cane or 2 for long distances because my balance is not good. When the children were really little, it was really difficult to not ask them to help because of the pain level that I had. And you only have so much energy even when you are a normal, healthy mom. And I would feel guilty at times asking them to help me with housework and so on. But it has done them in good stead.
Absolutely.
They are accomplished young women, and they know how to work, and they have an excellent work ethic, and they love me anyway. Both of my daughters fully recovered. They went on to university and just graduated this year. I have the privilege now of being a motivational and inspirational speaker. It is a joy for me to present my accident, my recovery, seeing their faces when I tell my story. That is what gives me the reason for being an inspirational speaker, because it gives people hope. It changes their perspective and makes them see that anything is possible.